So I'm going to try to be more timely with this because still want to be relevant, but I have been wanting to talk about this. I love the challenge, been watching for a while. I don't even know when my first season was. Obviously, I was pretty young, but I was watching old seasons during quarantine, and yeah, I was really enjoying it. I was really into it. There are some really good older seasons. Like I said, I don't remember when I started, so I'm pretty sure I rewatched some that I forgot about. I know it's been a while because I specifically remember shipping CT and Deem hardcore. So yeah, all right. This season, Double Agents. I actually really like this theme. I know a lot of people are saying it's really cheesy and they don't like it. It actually reminds me of Fresh Meat 1 because of the whole, digital. I know that one was like all about computers and stuff, and this one's all about like digital spy type of stuff. I think it's fun, it's something different. I know they're always trying to come up with a new idea. It really seems like they spent a lot of money on this season because there's a lot going on and it's really pretty. Like the whole elimination pit area was phenomenal, like just very like shocking, and the house was really nice as well. I love watching CT play the game. He was always one of my favorites, probably because I had a crush on him when I was a kid and I really wanted him and Deem to be together forever, which makes me so sad when I really think about it. I was watching Exes when they were together and that whole happened and it was dedicated to her, and it sucks. But he has a family now. I think he was separated while he was filming this. I don't know. But him and his wife were separated, but they're back together. I want him to be happy and I want him to make money for his family and it all to be swell. So a lot of people came back that we haven't seen in a bit. Nicole came back. Darrell came back. I always think Darrell is such a nice guy. And I like seeing him come back. He is a legend in the game. And he seriously does not age. So Lolo's on an actual season. I know she did the whole celebrity one and obviously saw her on Celebrity Big Brother. I actually first knew her from the Olympics because I'm a huge Olympics fan. And she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. She is a lot to handle. So should be interesting to watch her this season. So Ashley Millionaire Mitchell, she's back. And say what you want about her, but she is a lot smarter than she looks. The house is very edgy and modern. I'm a big fan of it, way better than last season with that whole, like, no windows. Everybody was, like, getting sick. I was not a fan of that. I would totally hate that because I like fresh air and stuff. But this one has a way more modern, elegant feel, which I'm not really huge on modern houses, but it does look very nice. Teresa is married and happy. Good for her. I'm happy for her. She's married to a football player, I think they said. That's great. That's great to see her happy and thriving in life. CT talking about his struggles with marriage and his kid just made me root for him even more and want it all to work out. I saw that whole special when it aired about his wedding and whatever. Natalie seems like a badass. I did not see her on Survivor. I've actually never seen a Survivor season, which I know is awful, embarrassing to say, but she does look like a total badass, and we definitely did see that. I'm not at all surprised that Wes wanted to work with her, or that she wanted to work with Wes, even though Wes obviously comes with a lot of baggage. I am excited to see Amber from BB play BB16. She's so pretty and seems like a really good person, and I'm ready for her to show everyone what she's made of, because she totally deserved better on Big Brother. Wes is a total, weasel, like very manipulative. People hate him, but I still can't help rooting for him. It's really weird, I guess, because I remember him way back when. He said he started, I think he said 19. I don't know if I'm getting that wrong, but you guys can let me know. But yeah, it was actually really weird watching the older challenge seasons. I know there's stuff that go on now, but like, it was very different times. Fessy's saying he's playing this game like chess, and I'm just like, okay, like he was saying him, Casey, and Josh. I don't think he mentioned Amber. My sister actually caught that. She was like, why didn't he mention Amber? But we know Fessy's not the most strategic person. We saw that on Big Brother. Maybe he's learned. I really like this cast, actually. I think a lot of people have emotional drivers to win this game. They have a lot of motivation and it's emotionally driven. They all have their own story. Like these new additions that they added in, like Leo and Amber, Gabby, Joseph seems really nice. You know, I really like the whole backstory stuff. I think I'm just a sucker for that. Interesting that Casey wants to keep the BB people together. Maybe she learned from last time. She kind of did, you know, that whole situation with her and Bailey was not great. I'm glad to see Devin back. I would have loved to see Johnny Bananas versus Devin, but it's nice to have a season without Johnny Bananas. You know, he takes a lot of attention. But it's good to see Devin back. I was wondering why they never brought him back before. I know that whole fight thing happened, and I think that was the last time he was on, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. So the intro with TJ and the Blue Monday playing, I was jamming. I really liked it. TJ looked like a badass. I was telling my sister, because she doesn't really watch the challenge, and I was like, I would never want to disappoint TJ. TJ is just one of those people that you just want to make proud all the time. You don't want him to be like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you being a coward? They started the challenge and Lolo was really showing off that she could run and jump. She looked like a total baddie going for that. It's really hard to compete with that. Hard to compete with an Olympian. I hate memory comps. I think that's what I would hate the most. It sucks if you don't have a good memory, but I'm sure, you know, you train for it and you practice memory type of stuff. Nicole trying to help Lolo was absolutely hilarious. Her yelling and Darrell's commentary on it, saying that she sounded like a cat. I was actually really happy for Anissa that she won, because I feel you could tell that her confidence in herself just hasn't been there because people are constantly doubting her. I honestly wouldn't want to put myself in that position, considering like some of the stuff that happens, considering that she is more of like an OG player and she's not really treated with the respect that people that started when she did are treated with. So it sucks, but I was happy that she was able to pull this win through. Okay, so CT throwing that shoe and smacking it straight into Wes's face, that was really hard. Like, he hit him really hard and it was hilarious, and them just throwing and them just playing it back. I was dying. That was great comedic relief. So Fessy won the guys heat, and I was actually really surprised about this. I guess it pays off to be bigger and stronger, because then you could hold on to it and memorize it before others get the chance to. You get more time with it. So, I mean, good for him. I like seeing people from Big Brother do well, even if on their season I wasn't the biggest fan of theirs. I still like seeing Big Brother people dominate the challenge, just because I love Big Brother so much. But the comments that they make about Big Brother players is actually really funny when they say they're like spineless and they can't be trusted and all this. I think it's funny. So when Anissa gets to pick her partner, and you could see that Fessy is just trying so hard not to make eye contact, and it's just, I felt so bad. I felt like this secondhand embarrassment. I was like, oh, poor Anissa. Like, I knew she was going to pick Fessy, and Fessy knew it too. And Anissa did pick Fessy, and she's obviously, you know, seeing this episode now and being like, it's not what he wanted, but it is what it is. She won and she gets to pick. It was sad seeing her think that Fessy had the faster time, but she actually had the faster time. I think the guys were fighting for it for a while. So CT rejecting Cam when she tried to pick him as her partner, he could have handled that way better, and I think he learned his lesson. He was just like running, jumping away from her, and it was just like, I felt really embarrassed. Wes snatched Natalie from Darrell, no surprise. But Darrell got Amber, so it's funny to see that Teresa and Wes are not on good terms still to this day. She was like, Natalie, Wes, really? Like, oh girl, if only you knew. So Leroy and Cam decided to separate, just like sleeping in different rooms, which I think is smart, and having their own partners so they have more of a handle on things. They definitely think that they're running things. CT and Ashley work well together. They won together. They've worked together before, so it's not surprising that he wanted to work with her, but it also puts a huge target because they're two former winners together. So I don't know if they fully thought this through, and then he rejected Cam, so it just put a huge target on his back. And plus, there's no like Johnny Bananas to take the heat. It's like CT and Wes, you know? It was funny seeing Big T not get her partner's name right. She just kept calling him like every other J name. I understand, like, that would totally happen to me. It's like hard to remember sometimes, and like all these new people and faces and names. Big T is hilarious. I like watching her. So Lola was mad that she was picked last, and she's very explosive. I think she's gonna make for really good TV this season. But yeah, she just didn't understand. But then, you know, she gets along with her partner. I think it's good for her. He seems pretty chill. So could work out. I totally relate to Joseph napping while out. I would do the same. I thought this would be an easy rookie vote, but CT obviously put a large target on his back by pissing off Cam. He was definitely spiraling and getting all nervous and stuff. Wes obviously won't vote CT to go into elimination. Like, that would just put a bigger target on his back. It's actually really interesting that the winners get to see who voted for those people that are going into elimination, so they get to see who lied to them, which I think is really interesting. That will definitely cause some drama. I mentioned this earlier, but the creator where they do the eliminations is super cool and very awe-inspiring. It's pretty magnificent and impressive, so kudos to them. And it also looked pretty scary. It looked like there's some gladiator fights about to go down. So I don't know about you guys, and I'm obviously not going to say spoilers, but I'm pretty into seeing all the spoilers for stuff because I just have to know, and it's just so easy. So when Anissa and Fessy both voted in Wes and Natalie, I was pretty shocked because I was like, I don't think Wes or CT go home. And I was like, wait. So I was pretty shocked about that, but then, found out it's a girls' elimination, so Wes and CT lucked out. They pretty much pissed off CT and Wes, and they both get to stay. So I have so many questions after this episode, though. Poor Ashley was kind of collateral damage here. CT pissed off Cam, and then, Ashley had to go home because of it. But, at the same time, Ashley's won a good amount of money, so at least that's good for her. It could always be worse. You could have never won one or really need the money and, have never won one. So the competition that they did for the elimination is pretty epic. Was it Nani that had to do this? I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've seen this competition before for sure, and I've seen females have to do it. And it always seems really hard for me because you have to use your whole body, and it takes a certain amount of technique and strength. And I saw that and I was like, ooh, like Natalie, of course, has a huge advantage. It's definitely a hard competition, and Natalie was launching herself, but Ashley did really well. And I always give her props because she has a lot of heart, and she always seems to amaze people because she really gives things her all. She's very passionate about it. But it's hard to compete against Natalie. She was in Survivor. And I know, I forgot who said a comment about, a rookie beating out, a vet. And yeah, a rookie did beat out a vet, so props to Natalie, but also, she's kind of a really impressive rookie. It's not like she's from, I don't know, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. It's not like she's from some dating competition. She's from Survivor. So what will happen? Will Natalie decide to trade partners? What will happen to CT? I don't know what's going to happen there if, there's a girl missing. So I guess we'll see, and I'm excited for the next episode. This was actually very entertaining. So don't forget to subscribe for more challenge content, and and comment your thoughts on the episode below. What do you think about the cast? What do you think about what's going on? Was any of this shocking? Do you like the theme of this season?